never felt this way like
What
I
up, though?
do, but I can't stay like this forever. You're pulling on my heartstrings any way you want. Are we getting
What
on?
up, though?
Out on together.
How is everybody this morning? On a dialogue building mission. Listen to a little good music. A little good music always get the mind working. That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
What's good to say, but I only
Come on.
have eyes for you. I feel some apprehension when it's the same you play. You just need to get to, but you need to tell me the way. Yeah, I'm not afraid. No, need to see the way. Tell me you will or you won't, will you stay?
Morning, Glory. Little good music, little coffee to get the morning rocking. Yeah. Hey, CC in the building. What up, little brother? Taking that little good music this morning. That's all, man. Talk about these nudices and these coincidences. Hey, hey, hey. Man, come on. Come on. What up this morning? It's your boy King Curl Ultra. Just want to talk a little stuff to you. Let me breathe on you a little bit. That's all I want to do this morning. You know, the big bill, the bronchitis, the smoking. You know, I breathe a little bit heavier than most. But I promise my breath don't stink this morning. And I promise it'll be worth it. Promise that. You did. Come on, man. Let's wrap a smooth taste right quick. So first of all, what I want you to do while you listening to this music, grab your alternate phone or your laptop or your iPad, what have you. You understand? And I just want, as I call out the things that's happening in Detroit, tell me Is it the same thing or very close to the same thing happening in your city? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't believe the media. And if you do believe it, you know, at least investigate for yourself as best you can. So I can't say the exact time period, but I'm gonna give you a scenario. And it's gonna be a scenario, but it's gonna be absolutely fact according to the media. 5 days ago, they announced that the teens is acting up downtown, creating a lot of violence and or in danger from people that's doing these things. So they set a curfew, right? Now this is downtown Detroit. What they said was they told us beforehand we're putting extra police out on the streets and they're clearly seen, right? They're clearly seen out here right in the streets. So dig this. Right in front of the police, and this is the first time I've ever heard this in Detroit. Right in front of the police, a man pulls out a gun in the store downtown Detroit, where our main precinct is at. And don't get me wrong, I've heard about shootings, I heard about stabbings and things of that nature downtown Detroit. Yes, I've heard there's been situations where these things have occurred. So in broad daylight, right in front of a police officer, hey Tanya, a man pulls out a gun in the store, a disagreement about some cuts in line, and shoots and kills a man 10 feet away, not even 10 feet away from police. And I'm telling you this on the heels of them having some type of conference to mess up you guys' rights, to go in there and rearrange you guys' rights. And I'm not in no form of fashion trying to upbuild the gun carriers. Well, what I'm doing is creating a dialogue step by step how they're going to take your rights away from you. I tell people I come in contact with to look at those rights as simply as a lie. It's a lie. The only thing real about it is they can lock you up for them. They can lock you as a citizen up for them. But as far as them happen to follow the rules behind it, yeah, of course, they paid out a couple 100,000, a couple million here, there, and the other. They own the money. So then, yeah, it's hurting the city, so they say, but we see the city still come up with new buses. We even seen in Detroit, the city build a train for basically no apparent reason. They got a train going from downtown Detroit to not even halfway through Detroit. Not even halfway up Woodward to 8 Mile. So the city's in debt here, the city's in debt there, but they steady coming up with these new police cars. They steady coming up with these new gadgets and lights and stuff and cameras to record us. But the city's in debt. So y'all can believe all that if you want to, but I'm advising you not to. I'm just going to be an advisor here. Disagree with me all you want. I'm sure every city they say is in debt. I'm sure they do. When I was down in Cleveland some years back, the city looked like it was falling apart. It looked at worse than Detroit when Detroit was in its decline. And I'm like, wow. It didn't look good. I was downtown Cleveland at the bus station, walking around trying to find me some weed while I had a 4 hour wait on the bus. So I seen it raw and uncut, and this was at night as well. So the situations like this, all these conferences going on here in Michigan. A couple days ago, they made some type of deal or signed some type of agreement to alter your rights, to alter laws. See, when something is a right and something they claim cannot be changed, they lie to you about it. They lied to you about it. Look up gun laws and look up Michigan and see how they plan or are going to manipulate laws, change them, change rights. I know I'm speaking a language not too many people want to hear about, but all these childs or children getting killed in all the cities, you and I both know these things have always happened. But at the rate they're saying they happening now, at the rate it's going on now, y'all. I mean, let's just take a minute, and I just want you to tell me: do you have the same events in your city that's going on in my city? Because when our mayor was going through his little escapade or whatever that was, that show they were giving us, I happened to be in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati was going through almost the exact same thing. When I'm listening to their radio, and their radio is talking about damn near the same thing I was going through in Detroit. Their mayor and some type of scandal or affair, same stuff, different cities. I just invite you to not just believe these people. Now, the situation happened at Michigan State. Now, trust me, y'all, just a few short years ago, they were trying to cover things like this up, but now they're going to put it up under a microscope. Now they're going to put it up under a microscope. They're going to make sure the whole world see, because they want the whole world to see the most powerful nation, quote unquote, get their guns took away from them. They're coming. They're running out of time. See, what's my stance on gun laws? I give two craps about them. I give two craps about guns. That's the reality for it with me. I don't care nothing about a gun. Have them, don't have them, who cares? In my world, I don't need them. When we got to start hunting for our own food, maybe then. Maybe then. But as of right now, no, that's not the case. So I don't care nothing about laws. I don't care nothing about things. The things that can get taken away from you, I don't care anything about them. Shame on you if you do. Now, what I do care about is flesh and blood. I care about living or dying. Care about stuff like that. But things, no. I'm not about to pull my gun out on somebody that's trying to take things away from me. But what if he got a gun on me? Then I'm dead. And if you don't pull the trigger, oh, how fortunate I was to be walking away with my life. See, when you attach yourself to things, the thing don't become human. You become the thing. See, it's a trap. You don't think these people been knew how dangerous guns were? See, everything you see in your existence is based off blood. It ain't based off what you think it's based off of. This big holiday you just celebrated. That holiday was based off blood. Hey, you want to do some more? You want to do some more holidays? What about the one before that? Labor Day, Veterans Day, and all that stuff. All of this stuff based off blood. Thanksgiving, based off blood. Saturnalia, based off blood. Halloween, speak for itself. 4th of July, based off blood. What you celebrating? Somebody killed the other people so that this land could be whatever they say it is. All of it based off blood. So you say that because you worked hard for a thing and somebody want to take it away from you, that is worth taking their life for. So you become the thing. You have no impulse. You have no human effects or defects at that point. You become a thing. So you wield this object to take the life of another. Maybe the person was just trying to show he can steal from you. Maybe the person was hungry. Don't know no other way. But at the end of the day, he wasn't trying to take your life. He was trying to take your thing. And you attached to this thing because you worked hard and bled for it and all that good stuff. You become the thing. You become the person that says, to hell with this person's life. He tried to take my thing away from me and kill him. See, that's not my stick. I don't give a damn about things. I inquired my homeboy a few years ago and I ain't talked to him since. I ain't seen him in some years. And the first thing he said to me when I talked to him was, "Yeah, I heard you got a nice truck." Bitch, what I care about a truck? What I care about a thing? Come to see you. We've been knowing each other since the 90s, and you don't even know me that much? So, yeah, I like to periodically do a dialogue on how these people is just going to strong arm these guns. And they're not strong arming by the means of grabbing you, roughing you up. They're grabbing your mind. They got your mind thinking that things going on that ain't really going on because your mind is easy to manipulate. Who you got to protect your mind? What is protecting your mind? If you're thinking about accumulating, getting more money, getting more, let's go even some minute, even more minute than money, getting more subs or getting more views. If that's where your intentions at, 9 times out of 10, you're going to do a lot of things to compromise your being. You're going to do a lot of things that don't make sense in a logical world, or should I say, in the real reality. It's not going to mean anything. You can't take it with you in death. See, that's how I calculate everything up. How you can't take it with you in death. One thing you can and you will take with you is everything you did while you was alive. That's one thing you can do. But as far as taking lives for a thing, you don't think these people want you to do that? You believe everything they say. Despite all these people dying every day, despite all this stuff the pandemic did, y'all still believe the world is overcrowded. Why? Because they say so. What other reason would you believe that? They created a society that you literally have to tell them, somebody on a TV screen literally have to tell these people something for them to believe it. It's raining outside. They need somebody on TV to say it before they believe it. The hell with looking outside and seeing it for themselves. They got to hear the dude on TV say it. I used to argue with people all the time about how much Barack Obama did for the people that believes in color and black and white and that type of thing. How much did Obama do for the black people? And I've had arguments because people like to worship man. And don't feel no type of way about that. It's been going on since the beginning. People like to worship man. So when I say that, the people get uptight. He did a lot for the black community. What? What did he do? Well, he made it for people who sick to be able to go sign up. So he made it possible for people to poison themselves even worse than they already are. What did he do? How many speeches did you see him speak out about quote unquote black people being abused and being beat up and being killed by police? And y'all love Michael Jordan too. How many speeches did he give about it? Fact of the matter is, the guns is out here in the streets because they want them out here in the streets. So when these fools decide that they don't want the guns out there in the street, it means they're about to do something to their own people. They're disarming the people because they're attempting, or should I say, they're about to go along with the plan that's been in place for the whole time. Why you think they trying to always keep us divided? Why you think they got us arguing about who broke and who poor? Who got this and who got that? Why do you think that? You think you're doing that because you thought of it? You came up with the idea? Really? Really? So you think you think them videos you see of neighbors going sick on their neighbors, you think they doing that because they really want to do that? Or do you think a manipulation is involved? Would it alarm you if you found out that it is a manipulation involved? See, the thing is this: we're dealing with rulers that know the hearts of man because they get their information from thousands and thousands of years of research. They know what a lot of these tablets and all this hieroglyphics and stuff say, but they're not going to tell you what they say. They know the tender spots on the heart of man, on most man. Notice I said I went from the heart of man to most men. See, Satan made that same mistake with Job. He thought because the majority was a certain way, he thought that all man was that way. And that's why he was proved to be a liar. Because he made an accusation. He didn't say no what ifs. He didn't say no probably. He spoke for all men that we're weak and we only do what we do because we know that God is going to have our back pretty much. That's the only reason we worship him. And see, listen to the manipulation of Satan. Now, what Satan said is the truth. That's the only reason it's ringing a bell. That's the only reason it rung a bell with Eve. Because a lie is nothing without the truth laced in it. What he said was an actual factual. But see, God's word can't be taken back. It's an actual factual that God's words will bless you. Heeding God's word will bless and protect you. And Satan basically said this to God. But see, what Satan did was Satan put the lie on there. He said that all men basically would turn on God as soon as bad stuff happened to them. Soon as you take something they love away from them, or someone they love away from them, a man's gonna turn on you. Man feels more pain, but he was proven to be a liar, not by hearsay, by actual factual. Come on, man. Trying to breathe on you this morning now. I ain't spit no bars in a few days, so they coming. I got a little bit of time this morning now. Come on. That's a good thing about not worrying about no AdSense and stuff like that, man. Cause you can play some good music and don't have no worry. You did. Hey, let me breathe on you this morning. Answer me this. Have y'all had a shooting in your city where three people were shot, one was killed, two was injured? Have you had that happen? Have you had the 13, the 9-year-old, the 14-year-olds getting shot in a story pertaining to going to the wrong house? Do you have those type of stories in your news? If you have those type of stories in your news, what a coincidence. What a coincidence. Do you have people getting shot uptown, midtown, downtown in your city? Do you got people losing their lives allegedly right in front of the police? Let me know. Let me know. Because I tell you, I'm privy to several cities, and I've checked those cities. The exact same things going on. I've been showing my wife, like, look, baby, do this sound familiar? Hey, baby, listen to this one. Do this sound familiar? This just happened a couple hours ago in Florida. That sound familiar to you? Mm-hmm. Give me a hot second, y'all. Let me get on the level right quick.
that gets me to tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah. Give me a second, y'all. When I'm freestyling, I usually bumble a little bit ahead of time. Hey, but like I told you, everything is based off blood. All these secret societies, they based off blood, nothing else. Why are they based off blood? Because Satan's kingdom is built off of imitating God's kingdom. That's why it has to be based off blood to gain any type of success and fame in this world. It got to be based off blood. It's just the rules. I don't make the rules. I think it's sick, but that's just the way it is. Everything is based off blood. The seasons, your holidays, your wars, and that includes your spiritual war because your blood is at stake. Your blood is going to either equal up to a blessing or curse. You're either going to help more people or you're going to hurt more people. And it's a pretty powerful thing. That's why Satan's kingdom uses and imitates God's kingdom. See, y'all crazy. Y'all people don't think that these people don't know. Look what holiday you just celebrated. Everything about this nation is satanic, including first and foremost the Statue of Liberty. They're telling you the stands from the get-go. And so you telling me within that stands that they celebrate the quote unquote the Lord's resurrection and his birthday? Come on now, man. Make it make sense. The country is built off witchcraft, but they celebrate the Lord's birthday and resurrection. Now, see, I want to break something down about them celebrating the birthday and resurrection. It's not biblical. It's actually anti biblical. You okay? Answer me this. Give me one time that Jesus, his apostles, anybody that followed God, the Most High, in the Bible, show me where they celebrated their birthday. Show me where they celebrated their birthday. And for that matter, this is an even shorter study, y'all. Show me in the four Gospels in the New Testament where Jesus said, celebrate his resurrection. See, it's a real easy fix. So the country was born off witchcraft, but we celebrate two things the Lord didn't celebrate or told us to celebrate. Hold on, y'all. Somebody at my door. Yeah. So it's like you can do the least amount of thought possible on these things. And it's like this. I know, I know not too many people want to hear what I'm trying to say. The majority of us wait till we get smacked in the face with these things. It's very understandable. Understand this. You're dealing with an individual that's not into the I'll say it like this. I used to have a crew. I used to have a crew. And what's this? Breakfast from Mickey D's. My crew consisted of at least 35 able-bodied men. Mind you, I was 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. And I always thought that numbers whole numbers was key. Like trying to get my numbers up there with one of the biggest gangs or biggest, organizations in my neighboring neighborhoods. And it came with the process of uniting like three neighborhoods. Me 16, 17 years old, responsible for that. And there were two other neighborhoods I haven't even came with that concept with yet. Then I caught my case. But when I came home, I had found out that a lot of the people that I brought together had started beefing with each other. And me trying to get off parole and trying to get on point, I didn't have the time to invest to right the wrongs or figure it out and do what I was doing before I got locked up. But what I'm trying to say is this: just because you got numbers don't mean you got solid people. The more numbers you have, the more potential enemies you have. Because you got to remember Christ ruled. Christ rules. And Christ said your worst enemy are those of your own household. So don't make it like it's a, when you see people so-called friends on here, don't think nothing big of them getting into it with each other. Nothing big about that. It's just the words of God coming into fulfillment in every walks of life. That's all it is. All it is a temperature check to you when you notice it to say, hey, what you just heard right there, that's how you hear God. That's how you know he real. Because everything he say always becomes seeable even to the people that claim they can't see. Let me breathe on you this morning. You know, I smoked a cigarette, hit me a little herb, you understand, and I got bronchitis. You dig? Let me breathe on you this morning. Uh, that's in place. But see, the thing is, I learned through time that you got to be very gentle with this situation. The situation I'm putting myself in also makes me liable for chasing people away from God. It puts me at a higher judgment. You understand what I'm saying? I'm literally not only I'm not only uh disliked from my government because I decided to go with the truth and expose any lie I come across, but I'm also putting myself in a position where you'll be able to do something and I can't. You'll be able to do something and be forgiven for it, and I'll be able to do that same thing and won't be forgiven for it. So I'm really putting myself at risk taking the stance that I take. And I believe it's worth it. If I can save one life by just pointing to the things, and it ain't me really doing it. I'm just helping you use the mind that you choose not to use by seeing something that's right in front of your face. That's the only thing I'm trying to accomplish here. Like for instance, I was born when I came up, there were always a Bible everywhere I was. Mama house, grandma house, uncle house. It was always a Bible where it got whether it got used or not. That's a different thing. But it was always a Bible, even at the hotels. It was always a Bible there. And here I done ventured off in Islam. I done ventured off in Hinduism. I done ventured off in all this other stuff. All just to come all the way around full circle and realize the truth was right in front of me the whole damn time. That's the crazy part about it. That's the crazy part about it. And I say that to say this. You got to let people walk their path. Be that voice that try to steer them away. Be that voice. But when they don't listen to you, you don't treat them like trash. It ain't your truth. It ain't your truth. It's the truth. You're trying to help this person see the truth. How are you taking that personal when they chose not to listen to what you got to say or heed your warnings? See, that's little stuff like that is how you can tell who's who. I told him, niggas want to be dumb, nigga. Man, what? How you go from trying to help me to throwing stones at me? Because I could have avoided something you seen, but I was too pig-headed to listen to you. So here I get beat up twice by my so-called partner in the situation. See, when you see things like that, y'all, you get away. You get away. You address it. If you like me, you're gonna address it like, hey, what? Man, I'm gonna get off into something this morning, man. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. But Apostle Paul said something to me that just resonated with me ever since I heard it ever since the 100th time I heard it. He said to save people, he said you got to become like them. He said in some cases you got to get low so that the low can hear you. Because if I'm just puffing my chest out and I'm just talking about all these achievements, I got the chin, the brow, and the stance to go along with it, and the receipts. A person that's lower in spirit and in mind is gonna feel like I wouldn't even understand where they coming from. You couldn't possibly understand me. Look at you. You got this, that, and the other going on. See, sometimes you got to come with that dirty shirt with the sleeves rolled up. Sometimes you got to put your hand in the mud, literally. Or my boys overseas said it, literally. And you gotta mold it how you want to mold it, how you see fit to mold it. Can't let nobody do this for you. This is a walk you got to take on your own. This is a walk you got to take on your own. I wish it was that simple, man, but we so beautifully created, man, where can't nobody walk through the door for us. We got to walk through the door. We're so beautifully created, it'll be one situation, and if you got 100 minds around it, everybody gonna see the one situation, but you're gonna get 50 people, 50 of those people to take it as it is, and out of the other 50, you're gonna get 2/3 of them that look at it different, and then you're gonna get that last 1/3 to look at it a totally different way. See, I call that beautiful, man. I call it vivid. Because when a mind like mine sees stuff like that, and I don't give myself credit for having a, according to this world, a brilliant mind, I just like things to make sense. That's it. I like to, I like to put my finger on it to make sure it's real. I like to rub my fingers in it, sniff it. Got to make sure it's real. Especially if it intrigues me. Only if it intrigues me. Only if it makes me ask the question. See, I heard these people lobbying up here in Michigan about gun laws. And I hear them telling the people who believe the news is real, I hear them say they're having a meeting on passing certain gun laws in Michigan. So how can you go back and correct something that's supposed to be etched in stone? How is this even possible? So they saying what they gonna vote on, but in all actuality, they telling you they about to change some laws up on your ass. They want your guns. And they gonna create any story, any false flag, anything that makes the people see the people and you know, that's why you got to understand that we're living in biblical times. See, the people have to ask for it. They can't just do it. See, remember, Satan's kingdom is imitating God's kingdom. The people have to ask for it as a whole. And they're getting everybody on board. Every one of these killings, no matter how senseless they are, they're creating these situations. They created these stories. When you hear active shooter, know this is one of their codes. This is one of their codes. You know, I don't need to say too much more than that. This is one of their codes, active shooter. So until the people say, "Hey, come take these guns," they're not going to take the guns. They're going to allow the guns to stay out there, cause the bloodshed that it's always caused. And see, they put it on the gun when it takes a person to wield the gun. So the hell with the state of mind of the person is wielding the gun. The guns are the killers. See, I find it, to me, the whole song and dance to me, and I hate, and people may hate, you know, that I say this, I find it beautiful because I know what's going to ultimately happen. And what makes it beautiful to me is seeing the word of God come into fulfillment. And it comes into fulfillment. See, the world deals with the situation in SD. See, God is on he's more vivid than the 40K. So if you cool with the creator open your mind to see things that's right in everybody's face that everybody else can't see. If you're on good standards with the creator, he not only protects you, but he helps you protect yourself. He protects you from yourself as well. So when you see these things, y'all, you got to scratch your head. A lot of these things do be killings. Don't get me wrong. A lot of these situations are actually happening, but they fabricate it. They don't waste a good story. They never waste a good situation. They can make a story out of it. If they can put something to it that's a fabrication that don't lead too far, they'll put it. I witnessed it for myself. It happened over here. Me and my wife, I witnessed it. These people came out here and they got one story from us, and by the time they made it to the studio, the story was totally different. You want to know what I'm talking about? The mother that caused her baby to fall on a knife. You know, the mother had drug problems. She was, you know, had left them babies in the house for a couple days, and we found out about it on day 2 and started feeding the babies. You know, making sure the babies was straight. You know, and when she came home, she got mad.
At Kroger, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we're dedicated to doing up to a 27-point inspection on a food.
She got mad and chased that baby through the house. You know, the baby was, you know, making them some sandwiches. And the baby fell on the knife. You know, her oldest baby. She went on trial for it and everything. You know, that's when my eyes started to become open, y'all. That situation, it opened my eyes that this is a small world. Cause check it out, y'all. Check it out. Now the lady in question, the lady I'm talking about, she's in prison now. Um, she was a drug abuser. She went from being a pretty little lady to being looking like a demon around here. So she cleaned up somehow or whatnot and got her a place over here and was over here for a little while, but slowly but surely, you know, I guess life started catching back up with her and demons started coming back out and, you know, she got caught up. So slowly but surely she was slipping away. And when all this horrific stuff happened, she turned out to get one of the most prestigious lawyers in Wayne County. I can't remember the brother name, but in '95, when I went through the system, um, they was talking about him then on how he used to get people off. Period. So I'm asking the question. When I heard the name, I look him up. I said, "Hey, this the guy they was talking about in '95." So I said, "How she get him?" This lady was stoned out. And dig this, he say it's pro bono. So for this horrific thing that happened, she get one of the more ferocious lawyers in Wayne County jail. So I started rubbing my chin. Then you know that emoji. Started rubbing my chin. Then like, hmm. So not only did they get on the TV screen and distort the whole situation. Now, out of all our news broadcasters, y'all, only one of them hit the story on the head, and it still, uh, you know, fabricated or took something away from the story, but they hit it on point where you know exactly what happened. So, who has that power to distort news, real news? I witnessed it. This was before I paid attention to The Wire when The Wire was trying to communicate to us that they can make false news, that it's legal for them to create news. If y'all ain't seen The Wire, definitely check that out. And on the more boring episodes is when they talking about these, they dealing with people inside the news, a news broadcaster. They write for they make newspapers. And the one guy who's been a news associate for years, he eyewitnessed this other guy making up stories. So he'd go to try to stop the guy, and the guy moves up and he get moved back. And nobody cares. See, this was before I found out about what The Wire was talking about the situation. I found out about it in real life. I said, wow. And I'm going to tell you like this. I never disrespect none of these secret societies because I'm not a disrespectful person. But I do call out to the people that's in these things and don't know what they really doing. I can, and I do have receipts that all of these secret societies is based off satanic worship. If it has a flag, if it has a symbol that represents it, I can show you the devil's footprint in it. That's all I'm here for. And 9 times out of 10, no matter where you are, your whole neighborhood is Masonic. Your entire neighborhood, your movie theaters, your grocery stores, your music, everything around you. So I would never tell you to disrespect these people because they all around you. If it's not Masonic, if it's not indirectly, it's through a sorority, a fraternity. I know it sounds good. I know it appears to be good, but when we look at the footprint, it's all satanic. And you'll be amazed to know that the Blood, the Crips, and all these gangs have the same laws as the secret societies because it in itself is a secret society. I know it's, and the brotherhood, and you see black people, sticking with each other and looking out for each other, all that stuff, man. But quit looking at color. That's a trap. That's a trap. See, I don't make the rules to these things. I was a part of these things until I realized what I was a part of. And when I started paying attention to what was going on with me, I pulled the coattail of a few other people that was close to me and told them, look, this ain't right. We grew up in church, and our mamas didn't make us go to church. We went to church because we wanted to know about God. Whether we found out about him or not, no. But that's why we went. We talked about the scriptures as kids. Not forced. So I pulled a coattail, hey, whoop, whoop, whoop. Blase splee, blase splee. Show 'em. And it has too many gifts. Let me just use that. It in itself has too many incentives. So many benefits. Let's say that part. That a person to turn their blinders on and say to hell with that, I can still, serve God and do what I'm doing. And I'm just here to bring that truth, man. You can't. You can't. You can't sit on the fence on this one. That's why I detached myself from things long ago. I detached myself. It was crazy because when I got my Cadillac, people was looking at these things like it was something big. And I'm looking at it as this just transportation for my wife to get to work, me to get to wherever I need to go get some money. That's it. It's nothing. It's nothing to me. It's a good running car. I was blessed enough to get something that run good. No, I ain't putting no additional this or that on there because it ain't for that. I don't believe in none of that. That was in my teens, early 20s. Looked good. It was clean, no rust, it was clean. No, I'm not adding no bang and putting no extra tire. Nah, man, no. We grown, man. No. I mean, if I was on a mission to attract people, to attract flies, if I was peacocking, looking for some meat to my car to speak for me so I won't have to speak for myself, yeah. But I'm light years ahead of that. I'm light years past that. Oh man, you man, come on, dog. How you doing? Fuck that thing, nigga. How you doing? What's going on with you? Care nothing about what you got on your feet, nigga, and how many businesses you got, nigga. What's up with you? See, these niggas will cut you off, man, because you ain't got nothing they need. You ain't got nothing they want. Or it could be your woman. Trust and believe, nigga coming around for some reason. Nigga ain't coming around because it's just all love. Nigga coming around for a reason. You present the world with nothing, man. Nigga ain't no nigga gonna want to be bothered with you. They gonna think you broke. They gonna think you broke. Because you ain't hanging at the bars and you ain't going to these fake ass games and you ain't choosing to go to the club full of strangers. They think you broke. Because you ain't trying to be seen and let everybody know what you doing on social media. These niggas think you broke. So just let them. Just let them. You think power is in numbers? Oh, man. Power in you. You got the power. See, I got the substance I made of. The party don't start till I get to that bitch. It don't get cranking till I get there. If it's cranking when I get there, it's gonna go another level higher than it was before I got there. That's me. That's me. That's a description of my being. I don't need nobody to get no party started. I don't do the things I do based off how somebody else feel. I feel good. When I expose lies, I feel good. When I give people an accurate account of the scripture, I feel good. I feel good. I feel like $1 million. I feel like worth more than anything money can buy. And please don't get it twisted. I call myself the brokest man in Detroit, but any given time I feel like buying myself anything or my wife anything, it gets done. Everything ain't for everybody. I come from the era I don't let everybody in my business, and I'm not trying to get in everybody else's business neither. See, that works two ways. I ain't trying to get up and know. I don't want to know nothing I don't need to know. See, I'm talking about real grown, man. I ain't talking about just saying I'm grown. I'm talking about real grown people. Man, I told my wife, nigga, I don't want to hear nothing about you and your wife, nigga. I don't know you that good yet. No, you might be able to, hey, man, make me earn that. Make me earn that. I don't know about your most sensitive side, man. And that's just me. Everybody else walk different. That's just me. Make me earn that. Because I'm going to make you earn it, nigga. I'm going to make sure you certified, tested, and fired. Now, if I put that fire on you, whether you know I'm putting it on you or not, and you don't come back, and you don't appear, that means you wasn't real, nigga. But if I put that fire on your ass, and when I pull you out, you still you, hey, that means you're solid. That means you're solid. And guess what? We could be cool. We can be cool. See, I told y'all, man, you get nigga talking about some uh you gotta earn respect is earned. Nah, man, that's to stupid motherfuckers. Respect is earned. So you mean to tell me if a nigga that ain't got don't even know what respect mean comes along, you mean to tell me I supposed to act like I don't know what respect mean? That mean I supposed to dumb myself down because this person don't know what earning respect mean? No, guess what? I'm gonna be respectful to whoever I come across. I'm gonna be respectful for the disrespectful. Yeah, I'm human. I'm a work in progress. You know, I ain't gonna run, so a nigga could catch it now. But I'm gonna be respectful for him. I don't allow no one to control me. I wake up on the right side of the bed. This nigga wake up on the wrong side of the bed. We just so happen to cross paths, and he come at me with some negativity. So I pose to mess up my good day because this nigga having a bad day? Nigga, please. I don't let no nigga control. I don't let nobody control me. And that's a lesson that was helped by my wife. My wife helped sharpen that effect. See, you got to understand, man. You might be perfect, but everybody else ain't. Everybody else ain't perfect. You might do everything right, but everybody else ain't made that way, Mr. Perfecto. As far as I know, I'm a walking mistake. I just do a good job at not making them too much. I may bring something out my mouth I shouldn't bring out my mouth. I did the other day, had my wife mad at me half the damn day. I'm going to always fall short of being perfect. So if you on a whole nother level than me, you need to be with your people because I'm not there. I'm a work in progress. I try to make sure each move I make that the Most High is not my enemy on that move. I try to make sure he's with me, or should I say I'm with him and not against him. I used to come out and call people stupid and dumb and you don't know this, you this, that, and the, oh man, how much have I learned since then? How much have I learned since then? It's so much more beautiful to catch bees with honey rather than vinegar. And niggas, okay, what if them bees trying to sting you and this, that, and other? So much more beautiful to capture those bees with honey rather than vinegar. You just get so much more. So much more. Yeah, it's a fight. That's how you know you're doing what's right. That's how you know you're doing what's good. But once the populace get a whiff of the real, of the solid, of the love, once they know where it's at, they own it. See, it's not mine to give. My truth ain't my truth. It's just the way I've come across it. It's the Creator showing me that he loved me. when he empowered me to see the things that I see and give me the strength to try to articulate it as best I can. It feels good to try to make people aware of things that they don't know, especially when they're in danger and don't know they're in danger. It feels good to let a person know, okay, I feel like I got it out. So if anything happened to me, it's a dialogue set. If these words are meant to be heard, if they're blessed by the Creator, they're going to be heard. And the people that hear them are going to be the people that's meant to hear them. I heard Di talking stuff about Vic the other day. She told him, hey, clean that stuff up over there. And the thing is, if it wasn't meant for him to hear that, she wouldn't have said it. And I wouldn't have heard it. Nobody would have heard it. See, I just like to keep it real. We literally need each other to be the best people we can be. If I ain't got no mirror in front of me, if I'm ignoring the mirror, who better to tell me I got something on my face, in my eye, in my beard, on my shirt, around on the other side of my stomach where I can't see? Who better than somebody, another human being breathing like me, standing in front of me? Who better to tell me? I mean, we literally, and we choosing to do what these people want us to do, fight each other. I like a good roast session. I like a good, I like that type of stuff, but that type of stuff on this platform, man, it's extinct. It's extinct. Everybody want to be better than the other person. I even heard a person say a person ain't even got a voice because they ain't got enough people looking at their channel. And I said, wow, that's what you need to be an actual person, is people to listen to you. You by yourself ain't nothing, huh? Wow. See, people like that, 9 times out of 10, I don't even really resonate with. Because you telling me something that don't mean nothing is more important than a living organism, than a living being. You telling me views, and you get a view just by a nigga hitting the damn thing by mistake. And you telling me that's more important than a living, breathing person? Wow. Well, I don't know how people heard my voice, but I know a lot of people resonated with me in these chats, going against people or doing commentary on people that was doing foolish stuff, and we spoke on it, and we attacked people together, and all that stuff. And I do it again to show y'all I'm a human being. I like drama sometimes. I'm not with all that playing with the dead, and I'm not with all that stuff. Even when a person do it to me, I wouldn't do that back to them. I let them look like a fool. But who am I to tell other people how to fight their own battles? I can't. I don't know what triggers this person and that person inside internally. So who am I to say, hey man, just because they do that, you shouldn't do that right back? No, I can't do that. I gotta let a person do what they, if they ask me on the back end, that's something different. But in front of a crowd, I'm not about to critique you like that. Not unless you talk about scripture. Not unless you misinterpreting the scripture. Yeah. But I can't try to call myself the, big brother in front of everybody. No, I can do that behind the scenes. Because for you to do that, it triggered something in you. So who am I to tell you no? Who am I to slap your hand, wrap your knuckles with that ruler? No, we don't do it like that. And I'm not going to tell nobody that they can't do me like that. Do me however you see fit. If you can get my attention, if I'm about to make a mistake, if you think I'm about to, however way you need to get my attention, do it. But I'm not that guy. I'm not him. I'm the guy that sit back and I wait on my input. I wasn't always that way, y'all. But that's the way I am today. I wasn't always that way. I got long wind. See, the nigga I was talking about how you gonna get mad when somebody don't take your word for it. I was that nigga. I was that nigga getting mad at my homie because he didn't believe me when I told him I think his girl messed around on me. So when he found out his girl messed around on him, and it wasn't with me, when he found out he getting beat up by that situation and me laughing in his face, behind his back, he got me beating him up. Beating him up. That ain't no real friend, man. That ain't no real friend. That ain't how real friends move. I broke a lot of hearts and never knew what the hell was going on until I got my heart broke. That situation don't feel good, man. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their freedom. Took lives. Getting their heart broke. But here I go. Yeah, I was keeping a good eye on him. But I was making sure he knew that he should have listened to me, like it would have lessened the blow in some way. Hey, how the fuck I knew how to be a good friend? Yeah, I knew about the Bible and stuff like that, but I hadn't studied the Bible like I was supposed to at that point. And you ask the question, how these people call each other friends? Because they don't know what friends is. They don't know what it takes to be a friend. You thought I knew? Hell no, I didn't know. I didn't know how to be a friend until I started studying my Bible. The second greatest commandment, and that ain't me saying that. That was Jesus saying that. The first was to love God with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole being. The second greatest commandment was to love your neighbor as you would want your neighbor to love you. To treat your neighbor with the same whatever you want your neighbor to treat you with. It don't say unless your neighbor come at you with some static and then it's whatever. It don't say that. Jesus said the second greatest commandment was to love your neighbor as you would want that neighbor to love you. So let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. So if I was heartbroken and I get snappy with my neighbor, it's safe to say I'm not in my right mind. So if I'm not in my right mind, we got to put myself in my neighbor's shoe. Would I want my neighbor to A, talk to me, try to calm me down? Or B, would I want my neighbor to beat the living crap out of me? And I know you be feeling like getting the living crap beat out you, anything to take that pain away from that heartache. Anything. But in love, which one would you prefer? And that's just the fact of the matter. Would you want that neighbor to try to get that man to sit down and get to the root of his agitation? Would you rather somebody that got a whole life to make time for you to make you feel better, or would you want a nigga to just kick your skull in because they gonna let you control them by you saying something harmful to them, so now they gonna beat you up for it? Which one would you rather do? That's why when I say stuff like I don't need guns and I don't need all this extra stuff, God's word protects us. It protects us from ourselves. You know what? My neighbors watch my house, my cars, can leave it wide open. One time my brother came home when he was staying here for a minute, and he said, man, I know I went to sleep about 1 a.m. He said, man, do you know your door was wide open? He came in at 4 something. I said, what you mean wide open? Then nobody locked the door. He said, no, nigga, your door was open, like a big enough open for me to fit through it. Ain't no telling how long that door was open like that, man. And no, it's not putting God to the test, but it's when you make the mistakes of being human that humans make, that us as imperfect men make. You're still protected. Y'all know what could have happened. Y'all know what almost is supposed to happen. You know how many times I left my keys in my Cadillac? We around the house tearing up everything, look for the keys, man. Keys in the damn car. And guess what? The car ain't even locked. The car ain't even locked, man. We in there in drawers, man. We lifting up mattresses, you know, tearing up the house, man. Look for the keys. The keys is outside in the ignition, not on the seats, in the ignition, and the car wide open. So many ways, man. So many ways, man. So many things to be thankful for, man. You did so many things to be thankful for. But I just see it, man. I be beating myself up saying, man, you should have, made this transition years before. You wasted so much time, and you can't look at it like that, man. Everything happens for a reason. If it wasn't meant to happen, it wouldn't have happened. If it wasn't meant for you to make this mistake or that mistake, it wouldn't have never happened. Ain't no need to beat yourself up. Ain't no need to beat other people up. Some people gotta listen. Don't lose no sleep. You try to tell a person, you try to save a person's life, and they decide not to listen to you. May your conscience be clear. It's not your fault. You did what you were supposed to do. You did it. Use that voice in the wilderness crying out. And they decided not to listen to it. That's unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately in some ways, all of us made different. All of us feel different. And all of us make different decisions. Them just facts that, you know, facts that we got to find out. One thing for sure, y'all, all of us gonna end up at that fork in the road. And you gotta ask yourself, do you want to be the greatest of all time? You want to be a goat, or you want to be a lowly sheep? See, I ain't gonna trick these people into me to picking the side of the goat. Never that. Kind of scared me off that side. I'm gonna go ahead and stay over here with the sheep. I'm gonna be the lowly old sheep. I don't want to bunt nobody in their ass. I don't want nothing sharp. I don't need none of it. I got the power to protect myself, and if I can't do that, it ain't meant for me to. You know. Other than that, though, y'all, I'm feeling good this morning. Told y'all I had some long wind. It just feels good. It's therapeutic, y'all. You know, you have so many things on your mind. You know, it's good to get it off, especially if it can help somebody. Just get it off. You know, I be listening to a lot of people, man. I be cleaning up and sometimes playing the game or cooking, and you know what I'm saying? Just listening to somebody get it off. Get it out you, man. I'm here for you. I'll give it here. Especially if you're talking, with some sense. One person that surprised me a couple years ago when I ran up on him, um, she called herself Earth Monroe now, but Amina, I ran across her and I went to her channel and dude, she over here beefing with the little twos and fews. Man, when this girl was going live, she was having 1,000 people, dog, at least in the chat. I mean, the chat was like some type of typewriter, man, of a super typer. I mean, that mug was zooming, and it was crazy that people actually was listening to what she was saying because we talk about the same stuff. Really, she goes into the more political part of it. She's still under the delusion that any of that stuff is real. But I like her and I like her message. We're basically agreeing with each other that something ain't right at the end of the day, and we're pointing them out. But she points them out from a political standpoint, in a more educated standpoint. So, but I wonder, like, why do somebody like that is over here visiting and beefing? And I came up with a conclusion. Came up with an answer because she want to. She want to. If she didn't want to, she wouldn't be over here. She wouldn't be hanging around with Chucky or Jokey. If she didn't want to, she can just enjoy her big old fest of people, earth this, earth that, disagreeing, agreeing. She got a whole another connection to this thing. And I brought her up to just say this. We don't know everything. It's beautiful just seeing people take their path, seeing new people come on this platform and make the same mistakes you once made. You don't think it's beautiful? You look at it and be angry. You call it stupid now, even though you was guilty of the same stuff. Come on now. See, I want to tap into that other side, that other part of the brain. I want us to call a buck, a square, a square. Let's look at the real reality. Let's quit looking at the stuff one-sided. See, when it comes to God, from long ago, he dealt in height, width, depth, and breadth. Never dealt with things in one way. Even with these end times, the powers that be want you to think that they bring it along, that they're responsible for the end times. When it's kind of true, but they're being used. They don't have no control. They gave up their control when they decided to go against God. They don't have no control over what they do. All they know is one thing: is God is their enemy, and they want you to make God your enemy too, because they know what fate awaits them, and they want you to join them. Hence, misery loves company. Misery loves company. I got another better scenario for it. Crabs in the bucket. Crabs in the bucket. See, we're about to get ready and witness is actual spirits losing their lives. This has never happened before. And we're about to actually witness it. Remember the spirits that acted up in the beginning of time. See, they just got locked away. They didn't get their lives took away from them. And we were told near the end time that they'll be let out for a little while. So those people, or should I say those spirit people that was locked up in the end time, be let free. And see, they already gave up the ability to think for themselves because they allow their pleasures to think for them. You remember how mom used to tell me, think with your head up there, not with your head down there? Your pop, see, I only had a mama. Mama used to tell me that. See, they gave up their right of free thinking and free will because they chose to obey the God of pleasure. And apparently those guys are that God is more stronger than them because they chose to fall subject to that pleasure. Right? We're about to be witnesses of this. And they're well aware. That's why they want you to die right along with them. See the people in the graves? Yeah, they're dead. But see, a lot of those people wasn't wicked people. See, the wicked won't have a resurrection. But the unrighteous and the righteous will. Well, Curl, did you say unrighteous? The unrighteous and the righteous will have a resurrection. Yes, the unrighteous will have a resurrection. But the wicked, they try to tell you evil is more diabolical than wicked. No. It's wicked is supreme evil. Wicked is knowing fully what you're doing is wrong and what it means and what it could lead to and still doing it. We're speaking on diabolical, hurting children, old people, fellow people, etc., etc., abusing animals, torture, things of that nature. See, the wicked has no resurrection to look forward to. But there's a lot of unrighteous people that's buried that do have a resurrection to look forward to. See, these wicked, these spirit people, They know they about to be on full display and obliterated before the eyes of man and spirit. And they want you to be right along with them. So they curb God every way they can curb him. They make him appear to be everything but what God is, and that's love. All to try to get you to be a goat, to be what they call the greatest of all time now. No, they hate you. Why you think they follow Satan? To know that they had to bow down to man? They hate you. They know they so much more powerful. But they're given an assignment just to watch over and protect you. Out of all the things that they're capable of, that's their me. That's their assignment, just to watch after their own, in a sense, brother, to be in subjection. No, I got too much power for that. Too much power for that. And ever since Adam gave up that right to rule the earth, they've been bullying man ever since then. Using whoever buy off into their way of thinking, using them as their puppets, using them as their whatever they need to use them for to accomplish to whatever they needed to accomplish. Their first goal was to destroy the seed. That was the first goal. And they couldn't destroy it because in their mind, they could destroy it. But in their mind, they could destroy it only because it made sense to them. Not knowing that once God says something, it has to happen. So they tried to manipulate bloodlines, and they tried to mix with certain bloodlines to taint the seed. And that didn't work for them. So what they do now, they try to taint your mind. Taint your mind. God is a narcissist. God hates you. When they hate you. How many times have you heard, why God let this happen to me? How many times have you said it? That's their goal. Don't blame the person that hates you. Don't blame the spirit being that hates you. Hate the one that loves you. You think that everybody dumb? You think that everybody hates the truth but loves the lie? You think that that happens by mistake? We're on a platform here where the lie holds more weight than the truth. You think that's organic? Let's put into your programming, inculcated in your way of thinking. And if it go far enough, it's going to embed itself in your being. When they said Jesus was the only way out of all of this stuff, that's probably one of the most simplest statements that a person could ever make. But it's the realest thing anybody can ever tell you. Even out the secret societies. I hear so many people, well, that name is this, that, and the other. Listen, there's a spirit behind that name. And I don't care if you speak Russian, Chinese. I don't care if you speak Spanish, all of that stuff. That name has power. Not because it was given to him, he earned it. That's why when you get so far up in the higher ups, you better not say nothing about loving Jesus or Jesus, period. That's why when you get so far up that you get a fez just like the Muslim wear. Because see, the Muslim acknowledge Christ, but they deny his divinity. Show you how sly that devil is. They acknowledge the Christ, but they deny the divinity. Do you know that it's more disrespectful to deny his divinity, but admit that he was real? Do you understand how disrespectful that is? It's so disrespectful that when you get higher up, let's speak on the Masonic side of secret society, that you get a fez with the name Allah on there. Huh? Why do you think that happens? Why do you think that's possible? Let me make a guess for you. Could it be possible that name Allah is on there because everybody that believes in Allah inadvertently, disrespectfully denies the divinity / the blood sacrifice, the perpetual sacrifice of Jesus Christ? Could that be the reason? I can show you if you're involved in any of these things. See, understand, my life is not mine. It was given to me. So any of these knuckleheads that hear what I'm saying and choose to shut me up, they'll be helping me stamp my ticket to everlasting life. Maybe if the more gruesome they do it, the more beneficial it'll be for me when I open my eyes. Chop a head off, throw a body part over here and over there. I don't care. I love my neighbor like I would love my neighbor to love me. If my neighbors see me about to walk into a manhole, it can stop me, can get my attention, and help save my life. I would definitely want my neighbor to do that for me. So damn it, I'm gonna do it for my neighbor. I don't care if my neighbor hate me for it. Geek boy, what's up, my guy? Hey man, you geeking, man. Thanks for coming through, brother. See, I spent so much of my younger years teaching brothers how to do wrong. Sell drugs, steal, lie. Bang different girls. You dig what I'm saying? Bad stuff, shoot guns. I taught brothers how to do bad things, man. So in these years here, the years I got left, I'm coming with that same energy, but I'm coming trying to save brothers, trying to help, trying to show brothers how to save themselves. I'm coming with that same energy, but I'm coming with an even stronger force. I'm coming with love. I had my little time where I was getting dime here, dollar there. See, if you gonna do this, y'all, make one requirement, man. Anybody give you anything, let them know if you ain't real, don't give me nothing. See, that stuff, that fake stuff, man, rub off on you. It rub off on you, man. It rub off on you in the physical realm. That's just Cash App and what you call it, PayPal. You got to be careful where you buy your soap from, where you buy your oil from, man. We dealing with witches, man. These people put spells in everything. And especially you got to watch where you eat at. Getting to it, boss man just left the workplace now, about to go to my business and work for a couple hours, grind. It never stops, man. Never stop, man. I got to get on my grind in the next couple hours. You understand? Get out, hit these streets, get my baby home, get my wife home. You know, it never stops, man. That's how you know you're doing what's right. But man, you have you a good day, man, and you be safe, man, on your commute home. You did? But it's that time, y'all. It's that time for people to start, you know, hey, you think you got to have this or that to have a good day? Man, if you open your eyes, you better start appreciating for what it is. It's a gift. You got your eyes closed, nigga. How you dictate what happened to you while you sleep? Who are you to dictate your house not blowing off a cliff or a tornado not coming down? Who are you? That a plane don't crash down on you. Who are you? How you dictate you was gonna wake up today? You can't. So when you open your eyes in the morning, start paying more homage to what it is than what it ain't. You are woke. You are not dead. Some people, it was the other way around at the beginning of this day. So be thankful you can hear what I'm talking about right now. You can hear anything. Be thankful. And Lord, don't say you got a roof over your head. And please, Lord, don't say you got water, some type of sustenance. Don't say you got no soap, water, toothpaste. Come on, man. Don't say that. Don't say that and talk about you having a bad day. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. Because you ain't got the new this and you ain't got the new that. Because your car ain't this, your car ain't that. Somebody done ran and smashed this over there. It don't look the same no more. You having a bad week. I ain't trying to hear that. You shouldn't be trying to hear it. Because every day we open our eyes, we got the opportunity to make it great or let it stay fucked up. You got that opportunity when you open your eyes. Some of our brothers and sisters didn't get that opportunity today. I just like to make sense of stuff, y'all. That's all. I just like to make sense. That's all. I don't believe in coincidences. That's my main reason for going live today. And I'm in Michigan. So So they had some type of shooting up at the colleges. Some people got killed. You know, when I hear certain language, y'all, I disassociate myself from it because I know the language now. So I can be all into the story. But if I hear certain language, y'all, I bag my ass up off of it. I bag my ass off of it. What I heard was active shooter. Now, when I heard active shooter, I still give it the benefit of the doubt, y'all. I still give it the benefit of the doubt still. So I heard active shooter. Then what did I hear, y'all? I hear a story where, now dig this. I let my wife hear this. So dig this. Something happened at a crazy house. It was a crazy house, right? They was running a active drill, a active duty drill, an active shooter drill, and didn't let the people know. They didn't let the police know. So people calling the police about people walking around with guns and it's looking suspicious. The police get there and find out that they running an active shooter drill. Right after that, y'all, they have some type of summit where the governor is deciding the fate of the state on changing gun laws because of all these gun stories we're hearing. See, I don't believe in coincidence. I just don't. Y'all can. Just know it's a fat kid in the corner laughing like a mug. And I'm laughing at you, but I'm really laughing at myself because not too long ago, I was just as pig-headed. I believe what they saying on TV more than my own eyes was showing me. So I be laughing at people, but I'm laughing at myself twice because I can remember it wasn't that long ago where I was falling victim to the same trust, to the same beast. So when I do laugh, don't take it personal. I'm laughing at myself even worse. I mean, I had cable, and my bro can tell you when he stopped working at Comcast, cable started costing a whole lot then, right? So for you to pay for cable and listen to nothing but news stations, oh, I got a bone to pick, baby. I will not let nobody go out like I went out. All those years wasted believing you motherfuckers? No. Every time I see something out of place, I'm telling. I'm telling. I'm telling. I don't care who get mad at me. I don't care who don't want to hear it. When I see some BS in the game, I'm firing up my live button and I'm pointing that finger like, ooh. And I told y'all, I told Slapper, they coming for them guns and they gonna say whatever they need to say. They gonna make up whatever they need to make up to come get them guns with your permission. Your permission. Oh, I ain't, hey, they gonna get the people's permission. Hey, 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 I'm using y'all right now. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying to stay up, finish my morning hardcore. Kind of scared I would nod off if I don't. But while I'm here, we're gonna rap a tape, rap a smooth one. Already to sip my coffee. That's all gone. So uh probably gonna wait till my wife get off the D side. And I be doing that because I might not get something I might not eat something interesting. And when she get off, she gets something interesting and I'm still full. So, you know, I just wait, and by that time I be real hungry. So, but I can't eat, man, if I ain't hungry. I can't. And when I'm hungry, my stomach got to growl and pull, and it's got to really beat me up. And if it don't happen, I ain't about to make myself eat. And I heard that's unhealthy. That's why I'm big as hell. But hey, fuck it. You know, I still can get at my, do what I need to do, when it comes to my wife. So, uh, you know, I ain't about to change nothing up. I have added some movement though, a lot more movement. I have done that, but I ain't about to change the way I eat. I don't eat often. I am a sweethead, but I didn't start it. Or should I say, I'm in the midst of starting the 30 days without sugar. So today was the first time I drank me some coffee without sugar. Not the first time, but the first time in a very, 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 very long time. So I'm good, man. Nice and hey, let me come back. I'm a little shook up right now. um, I just want you to. I just want people to do that. Go to your news. If you hear, uh, it is a lot of teenage kids, anywhere from 9 to 16, getting shot, and have it been happening rapidly. See, all this is a process. They got to do all this. And I forgot the name of. We found it out. We figured it out some months ago. This guy I'm talking about, but he was on C-SPAN telling them to, hey, uh, lie in the news, make up stories. He was telling them the plan. This what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? To strengthen the people asking to take guns away. Understand this, man. They don't have guns in the UK. Certain, let's say certain, the majority of the people don't have guns because if you're part of the clique, you got a gun. So in Australia, they don't have guns. So they've already built the construct to show you that they can do it. Yeah, a lot of people probably had to lose their life. I don't know how the history goes over there. Never even tried to look. All I know is this. I've always said it, always known it growing up that guns were dangerous. It still didn't make them take them off the streets. So if they're feeling the need to snatch them up, something is going to follow, something they've been promising a long time. And I'm only saying that because they said that the same people I'm getting my information from is the same people that said that they will take the guns. It's the same people that said that they will create beef between straights and gays. And these rules and these regulations was written at a time where gays wasn't even allowed out in the open. But they used the term race. They would pit race against race, tribe against tribe, black against white, gay against straight, Muslim against Christian. The same people that made these declarations are the same people that said after they get the guns that they will have complete control. Now they already about to control the dollar. See, understand this. They want all the cars electric. See, what that does is give them ultimate power. They will control electricity. So what that means, what does that mean? That means they have the power to literally just press a button. You probably done saved up $1 million, but you said something that wasn't appropriate. And they threaten, hey, for us not to freeze up your money, you got to give us this amount of money. You don't give it up, we're going to freeze up your money. We're going to take, you're going to do some time, or we're going to take your job, or we're going to blackball you, whatever. They got complete power. And you saying they who? They, the rulers, the people that's not subject to the same laws that we're subject to. When you see a person go to prison for the rest of their lives for a kilo of cocaine in Michigan, but you hear a person that swindled millions, stole millions, go to jail for 6 months. Those people. Don't act like you don't exist. You know the people I'm talking about. They make sure that we know it's a difference. See, while y'all looking at the color of skin, I'm looking at how they manipulate y'all because y'all play their game. See, that's their game. They created the skin game. They created that. The people of the know, you can be blacker than me and speak 2-3 different languages. Don't even speak English. Look just like me. That's the people in the know. So we keep you dumbed down. That means your problem solving skills aren't going to be so great. They aren't going to be so critical. So that means you'll believe everything I tell you. That's why we're going to keep you dumbed down. Right? It's a more benefit to keep you dumbed down. Let me breathe on y'all this afternoon now. Oh my goodness, I stayed up this late. And I got 2 people in here. It must not be nobody live. Hey, what up though, y'all? Let me see. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. So the game is this. You keep them dumbed down. They won't even perceive nothing is even wrong. Everything is normal. You got people that's complaining about things going bad when I think things getting better. Right? It's what happened when you keep people dumbed down. They don't even know they being haunted. They don't even know they being led to the slaughter. You dig? They don't even know. They think this is normal. They think having thousands of mass shootings, it going from just tens to from the 2000s to the thousands a year. They think that's normal because they got things. Maybe the beneficiary of a real good trade, real good education, or a silver spoon. What have you? But just to say that there are some people that have a better lot in life that's out here digging for that truth too. So I ain't taking nothing away from them. I ain't taking nothing from them, but the mass majority of them is about self. Why? Because that's the way we program. That's the way we program. If you go look at the animal kingdom, we act a lot like animals. We're programmed to act like animals. You know where they get the term peacocking from? We act like animals. Not animals act like humans. See, if you ain't trained, you'll be saying stuff like, you know, they do that just like humans do. They feed their babies just like humans. They protect their young just like mamas do. No, no. They get those traits from the human. No, it ain't the other way around. That's natural. That's what literally supposed to happen. So, you know, shout out to you. And I never try to stroke my own ego, but I didn't do nothing I wasn't supposed to do when it comes to raising mine. People try to give me a feather. No, I don't deserve no feather. Listen, I protected my sons for the best for the best of my ability from they self. I protected them for the streets. That's it. Tried to give them some real good counsel. Tried to give them a real good example of how to give up living a free life, or should I say, give a damn free life, and actually hunkering down and actually being a parent. I ain't did shit. I did what I would have wanted my neighbor to do for me. I raised a couple sons I didn't produce. Would I do it again? You goddamn right. See, I ain't the one that's gonna sit back and talk about, man, these kids this, these kids that. They don't have no respect. Nigga, what are you doing about that? What are you doing about that? What are you have you adopted a couple of these niggas? Couple of these kids you see going to school with dirty clothes. Did you adopt them, nigga? Did you buy them some clothes? Did you offer to wash their dirty clothes? Did you bring them some McDonald's? See, nigga, don't. Where I come from, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. See, I earned the right to speak up about the kids of this generation. I raised kids that I didn't produce, and I loved them. I didn't get paid for it. I didn't get some type of, listen, they are blood brothers to my sons, to the sons that I did produce. I'm gonna love them. They're blood brothers to the children I did produce. So I'm gonna love them God damn it. I'm gonna love them like they did come from me. They ain't gonna lack. I don't give a fuck what they daddies didn't do. I don't care about all that. Hey, you. I care about what I'm doing in the situation to make things right. I ain't sitting back talking. I'm walking. Told you. That king, I didn't come online with that king because it sound cute. It sound like it's tough. It sound like it's this or that. I came on here with that name. I got that name from the video game world. Enforcer. All my homies call me Coach Curl. Where they get the Coach Curl? Because they ain't feel like saying Coach King Curl. I dominated where I was supposed to dominate at. And I used that name. I took that name from there to the streets. I took it to the streets. I could have created anything that don't leave some type of footprint. But I came on there with the same name because I'm the same person. Ain't no character change. I'm the same person. If I don't like you and you did a good thing, I'm going to acknowledge you did a good thing. I ain't taking nothing from nobody. I ain't hating nobody. I'm at war with spirits. I refuse to walk to war with another man. I refuse it. I may nitpick. I may throw a punch or two in the cyber world. But I ain't hating no man, and I ain't beefing with no man. We can have a roast set. We can do all that good stuff. But after it's said and done, that's it. Only dogs return to their vomit. Once I let off something disgusting, I don't return to it. I don't return to it. Ain't no benefit in it. For nobody. It's just a waste of breath, a waste of time. And we ain't got no time to waste. We done wasted enough time. We ain't got none to waste. And not to mention, people got to still go on their walk. People got to blaze their own trail. I ain't used to being on this long, y'all. So we got these, and I'm gonna say this. You know what? I'm gonna say it a lot more because I think they're at war with me right now. It's just certain things going on with joints and stuff in my body that I really can't explain because I've always been a athlete of sorts. So I certain things happening I don't really understand, but the brother I studied the Bible with, he said something when he came to see me today. He said that's that devil messing with you, man, because he see what you trying to do. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one. That's one that I won't argue with. So I'm gonna tell you like this. My only beef is with the spirit realm. Poisoning my fellow man. You got my fellow man either not believing in God, period, or thinking that God hate him. That's who I'm beefing with. I may talk a little stuff about another man. I may critique. That's because another man can do that to me. A person critique me. You won't hear me on here talking about if it's something I did wrong, something I did that warrants a checking. Uh, you're not about to see me make a video to that man and disrespect that man because that man told me something that I needed to hear. If I heard it and he right, the receipts is correct, and I heard it with my own ears, that means what that man said is something that I needed to hear. So I'm not about to reward that man with a tongue lashing, and I hate to use that terminology with the sick man we got on here. I hate to reward that man with a right cross. You understand what I'm saying? Because he right. This ain't that. This ain't that over here. This ain't that in Curl's world. In Curl's world, man, we make each other great. Person can't do it on their own in this world. If I hear something that I don't want to hear, saying something that I love, and that's the truth, and that person pulled me up on charges and give me commentary and critique, and I totally agree, I totally hear myself saying something out of line, and can't say somebody had a gun in my head and made me do it, I'm gonna buy that brother a drink or that sister a drink. That's how us true ones do it. And see, that's even more possible on here because we're dealing with cash apps. See, I ain't gonna reward a person that's telling me the truth on cleaning myself up, getting the wax off my face, getting the crust out my eyes. I'm not gonna reward them with a hard stare and tell them to mind their business. I'm gonna say thank you. Pull your cup up. What frequency your cup on? Let's go ahead and get a shot with each other. Let's get us a drink in. You did? That's where we at over here. I love the truth, man. Even when it convicts me, even when it murders me, I love the truth. I will die loving the truth. See, you only can feel that way when you're totally done with lying, when you're totally done with worshiping the devil. See, the devil is the father of the lie, like Jesus Christ told us. So every time we lie, we giving the devil a shout out. We giving him praise. Hey, we probably can't abandon all the bad habits we got, but I encourage you, when it come to lying, ain't nobody out here worshiping the devil. Throw that shit away. Lying not only hurts yourself and humiliates you, but it hurts other people as well. And it hurts our creator. Our creator don't like that. And it don't hurt us on the same level it don't hurt him on the same level it hurt us, but he noticed it. He noticed it when it first happened, and he noticed every time it happened. So even though you believe these people and feel you insignificant to God, well, the Bible, according to the Bible, God don't feel that way. He feel you just as much important as somebody that's far worth more monetary than you. He believes in you and loves you so much that he's got a line of communication to him. And anybody seeking him, he will make sure they find him. Anybody that desire their prayers to be heard by him, all they got to do is heed his word, read his word, ask him to pull you close, ask him to show himself to you. You'll see, it ain't about me being tough when I talk about I hate guns and I don't want no guns around me. I will something that's way more powerful than any gun could ever be. See, I don't just say the prayer, no guns or weapons could come against me. I don't just say that. I literally have faith in that. You understand what I'm saying? See, we got a lot of sayers out here, but not a lot of doers. See, faith without works is dead. You got a lot of people that say they got faith, but they works don't prove so. I'm not going to say may no weapon form against me and pack a gun. That means I don't have faith. I don't believe in what I have faith in. We understanding each other? It's a hypocritical statement. See, I literally on here with all the sick people, everything involved. I literally let these devils know I don't need to wield a weapon. I was out here delivering pieces for years. No weapon. No weapon. See, these people got they want to come to work and look all flashy and have the sounds banging, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing there's people out here that's really hungry, really don't understand and know how to get it. Sheep without the shepherd. The only thing they know is the music they listen to and the company they keep. So they keep on coming around you. You keep on coming around for years with this big old wad of money, giving change to these people that's ordering this food. Guess what? Guess what? I'm going to get you, sucker. I'm going to get you. Then when they come get you, you're the victim. You're the victim. I had a little brother that survived that. He survived it. He got shot. He got robbed for about $3,000. And he almost got robbed for his life. He gave the guy everything. The guy still shot him before he left out the car. Some people don't get is that fortunate to learn that lesson. Should I have been out here flossing instead of watching my back? Should I have those 15s banging rather than watching my back, rather than having my head on a swivel? Should I present myself like I'm getting that money while I'm out here making money? See, the devil got a funny way of making you do dumb shit. You know how they say you have to assume power to get it? You have to assume you got it to get more until you run into somebody like, let's say what I used to be. Somebody that wait on you to sit back and wait on you to make a mistake and be there to be there at the right time, because if it's a lesser man, they probably wouldn't just take everything you got. They take your life too. But at least I ain't going to take your life. But I am going to teach you a very valuable lesson. But see, once again, some of us not that fortunate. A lot of us in graveyards asleep right now in the penitentiary for the rest of our lives. And I'm talking about both ways. Both ways. I ain't speaking on just one angle. I'm speaking on both ways. Well, I look at it from one way. We got two victims. We got one person a victim to circumstances, a victim of just having a shortwave brain, not able to think past go. And we got one guy was a victim of his own stupidity. See, when I went to work, friends, I wasn't never wearing my new shoes. I wasn't never wearing my new gear. Every blue moon, I would splash. But them years, my clothes literally just sat in my drawers and on hangers. Because I was going to work. If I didn't go to work almost every day, they was calling me like something was wrong. So I ain't really had time to, show off, if you will. Or should I say, just show that I'm, I'm laying like that. And then the more I got, like, the more clothes I started accumulating, I started just saying, hey, why buy clothes when I got shit that's 3 years old that I ain't even ever wore? Then you start thinking about things that matter. Like making sure you straight when they make the grid go down, because they not trying to control all of the electricity for them not to be able to control it. Now, y'all know that, right? Y'all know all this. We had a hacker come in here and do all that. That's just smoke and mirrors, right? Y'all do understand that, right? Y'all do understand that if it ain't broke, we ain't gonna fix it. If they tell us, if they believe everything we tell them, why would we do something different? If they believe us anyway, why would we do anything different? We just gonna tell them this is what it is, and the mass majority of them gonna believe us. Simple as that. I appreciate, man, y'all sitting up here and rapping the taste with me. You dig? Get at y'all a little bit later. Feeling good this morning, this afternoon, now. Pray that y'all have a blessed day. And y'all be careful out there, man. Don't want to get caught up in none of this foolishness. Road rage, hey, let them have it. Let them have it. They want to speed up and cut you off. If you ain't hit them, let them have it. Don't. Hey, you having a good day? Don't let nobody ruin your good day. Ever. You did? Ever. On that note, y'all, it's been fun. But your boy King Curl, the anti-troll, he got to run. You did? Peace, y'all.